Great. Thank you, Deb, and thank you, the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. And welcome, honored guests, to CPP Investments' third annual Energy and Growth Forum. It's great to be back here in Alberta. I was actually here in September, up in Banff, for our CEO Global Energy Summit, where we convened senior executives from around the world, from India, from Brazil, US, Canada, Europe, to come together and to explore opportunities to collaborate, share best practices, share experiences and new ideas. At that meeting, the attendees told us they left the summit with new important connections that will hopefully lead to new opportunities. And these partnerships are critical as we work collectively through the challenges and the opportunities of the whole economy transition. And it's why I'm here today. And for my prepared remarks, I'm going to cover three topics. First, how we at CPP Investments are investing in energy. Second, provide an update on the CPP Investments portfolio. And finally, I will speak to the benefits of the National Pension Model and the Canada Pension Plan Fund. So at CPP Investments, we invest in energy, and we're going to continue to invest in energy. We invest in traditional energy, renewable energy, pipelines, royalties, all aspects of energy. And we are seeking investment opportunities in companies that provide strong, risk-adjusted returns and are well-positioned for the energy transition ahead. We certainly recognize that investing in the energy sector can be complex, but we at CPP Investments, we are patient, long-term investors. And we believe that, one, we're in the early innings. We're in the early innings of this energy transition, and the path forward is going to be complex, it's going to be challenging, and it's certainly going to be nonlinear. Two, this is about adding sources of energy, and traditional energy will be needed for the foreseeable future. And three, new renewable energy players need to scale dramatically and work collaboratively with traditional energy incumbents. Therefore, we don't believe in backing just one winner, one technology, or one energy type. The challenge of moving the entire global economy towards lower carbon sources of energy is immense. And as an investor, the scale of this challenge does present a generational investment opportunity. And this is great news for Alberta, since some of the most responsibly produced conventional energy in the world is in Western Canada. And this is something that every Canadian should be proud of, and I know I am. On the international stage, CPP Investments and myself have been a vocal advocate for a non-divestment approach to decarbonization. We were one of the first global investors, one of the first organizations to state publicly that divesting of conventional energy is counterproductive to global decarbonization goals. And I've had this conversation with some of the largest investors around the world, whether that be here in Canada or abroad. In addition to publicly sharing our stance on important issues that impact the Alberta energy sector, we use our platform to convene companies that may not regularly interact. With our size, with our reach, we can help enhance the results for the companies in our network by acting as a connector of companies who may face similar challenges or who see similar opportunities. And our portfolio companies benefit from our expertise, whether that is our expertise in board governance, in assessing and managing the physical risks of climate change, or even preparing for an IPO. We've been able to take the energy leadership from here in Alberta and showcase it around the world through forums like today and our CEO Global Energy Summit that I mentioned we held in Banff in September. And our investors work, they live in different parts of the world, but act as one unified team designed to identify the most attractive opportunities in energy and then to maximize the value of those investments over time. So I'll spend a few minutes now on our portfolio. We currently have $6 billion of the CPP fund invested in the oil and gas sector in Alberta. It's oil, gas, oilfield services providers. And I did want to highlight a few of the portfolio companies here today. Tyne is one of them, and you'll hear from CEO Jay Denny shortly. We've been invested in Tyne for 13 years. Tyne is an upstream company headquartered here in Calgary, and just last year, we supported the company's acquisition of assets from Repsol Canada in the Chauvin area of Alberta, building on Tyne's portfolio of low-cost oil production. In the first 9 months of 2023, they drilled the third most wells in Canada behind Cenovus and CNRL. Tyne has continued to work on its sustainability initiatives and has made progress in reducing its Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions while improving profitability. The company continues to successfully decarbonize while maintaining some of the highest netbacks and return on capital in Western Canada. We've also been seeing significant developments from another portfolio company based here in Calgary, and that's Wolf Midstream, and we're joined by Bob Locke, the CEO. We invested $1.6 billion in Wolf to build an integrated midstream platform here in Alberta, and we see opportunities to continue to grow the company. NGL North is a project that Wolf developed, and commercial operations began in August of this year. The project takes advantage of the abundance of low-cost natural gas in Alberta and recovers the liquids content to support Alberta's petrochemical industry. In addition, by processing the natural gas prior to downstream combustion, NGL North is expected to reduce carbon dioxide emissions in the Christina Lake area by over 200,000 metric tons per year. So we invested $600 million into the construction of the project, which created approximately 750 jobs during construction and approximately 50 ongoing full-time positions. This project demonstrates Wolf's leadership in supporting Alberta's economy and also underscores the innovation in the energy industry, the innovation to maximize the value of Alberta's natural resources and our investment while contributing to carbon reduction objectives. We also partner with Canadian leaders like Enbridge on energy projects around the world. Last time we, alongside Enbridge and EDF Renewables, delivered the first commercial-scale offshore wind project in France. The wind farm will produce the equivalent of the consumption of 700,000 people with electricity each year. And it's through investments in existing companies such as Tyne, Wolf, and Enbridge, or new investments, and we continue to look for new investments in JVs. We will continue to look for opportunities to invest in the energy sector in Alberta, both in traditional and renewable energy. So finally, I would like to highlight a few of the benefits of our national pension plan model and the Canada Pension Plan Fund, and why it's something Albertans should not want to lose. And there's been a lot of noise and much said in the media recently about CPP. But I'm here today as a business leader. I'm here today as an investor focused on delivering investment returns for all Canadians. And in a world of constant uncertainty, Albertans need to protect their financial future. And access to CPP is one way Canadians living in Alberta can protect themselves against an unpredictable economy. The business and the public policy case to stay with an established global investment fund with a proven track record of investment performance is indisputable. And I've spoken to thousands of people from across the globe about the CPP and CPP investments, and here's what makes it a national treasure. The CPP is truly widely admired around the world as a safe and stable pension plan. A pension plan that we can be confident will provide for us in retirement. It's sustainable for at least 75 more years, meaning future generations of Canadians can count on it. The CPP is safe, the CPP is secure, it's strong, and it's overseen by independent, arm's length, highly qualified investment professionals whose only focus and only thing we focus on internally is securing the future of your retirement. The CPP fund today stands at $576 billion of assets under management. And over the last decade, we have a 10-year annualized return of about 10%. Diversification, risk pooling, these are a couple of the benefits of being part of a larger plan. A plan that can weather the economic downturns and changing demographics. Another key benefit to highlight is portability, the ability to take your pension with you across the globe. Whether you choose to retire in Alberta, another province, or somewhere warmer, it's seamless with the CPP. And part of Alberta's success story is how the energy industry needs and welcomes working Canadians from all parts of this country. People who seamlessly contribute to their pension right here in Alberta, yet collect the benefits back home, wherever that may be. So in conclusion, I'd like to leave you with two messages that I hope you'll share. The first is that CPP Investments continues to fund, invest, and support Alberta's conventional and renewable energy sector to maximize returns for the benefit of all Albertans. And two, the CPP is safe, it's nonpartisan, it's a stable pension plan, one that we already have, and it's delivering on its promise and its purpose for millions of Albertans. So thank you very much for coming today, and I look forward to your questions, and I think we'll move to the Q&A.